Akabo Akatu. This is Daku, and today I want to give you a brief introduction to AkaSudawe. AkaSudawe is how you pronounce it, and it simply means, out of the language of Akawu, it simply means universal way of health. Universal way of health. Now, the Akawu, if I can remind you, encourages us to think and not regurgitate. The reason why it's important for us to think and not regurgitate, because under white rule, under the system of racism, white supremacy, and we send our children to these schools of miseducation, the white man teaches our children and you, he programs you to think in a certain way. He programs you by repetition. Now, what I want to speak to you about today is the food pyramid, the food chart. Now, basically, there are 4 basic food groups: the grain group, the fruit and vegetable group, the dairy group, and the meat group. And I want to give you these categories. I know they may be referred to in a different way, but these are the categories that they give your children in grade school. Remember, grain, fruits and vegetables, dairy, and meat. Now, the white man tells your children through his system of programming that they should eat 5 to 12 servings of grains every day. They should eat 5 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables, and they should eat 3 to 4 servings of dairy and 2 to 3 servings of meat. Now, on the food chart that they show your children, they give it to them in a cartoonish type of way, and on the pictures of the grains which you should eat according to them 5 to 12 times a day, they tell you, or they show the children, that it's okay to eat white bread, because I'm looking at one right now. White bread, white pasta, white rice. They have pictures of what looks like cupcakes, but could be muffins, but it's the same damn difference. And it has a picture of what looks like cookies. You can eat 5 to 12 of these servings every day. Now, I guess years ago, about 20 or so years ago, when I first began to change my diet and drop certain things out of my dietary practices, I always wondered how the vegans that I knew, many of them were overweight. But if the vegans are following the practice, the white man's dietary practice, of 5 to 12 servings of grains every day, and he's eating cake and cookies and donuts and white bread and white rice and white pasta and what have you, then I can see now why they were overweight. Okay, now he says to eat more grains than fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables is probably the only category that I really agree with on this chart. But then he comes down and tells you to eat 3 to 4 servings of dairy products. That's your milk, your yogurts, your custards, it looks like custard anyway, your butter, your cheeses. 3 to 4 servings every day. Then you come down and he tells you to eat 2 to 3 servings of meat every day. Well, the Akawu teaches us to follow nature, and everything in nature rests. If you look at the earth, the whole planet rests. The ocean rests. Your rivers, your brooks, your streams, they rest. And you individually are not greater than the earth. If the earth is going to rest, then you need to rest your body. You need to rest your eyes. You need to rest your mind. You need to rest your teeth. You need to rest your digestive system. Now, if you're eating 2 to 3 servings, and most of you are eating far more than 3 servings of meat a day, so let's say 6 servings of meat, 9 servings of meat a day, and it takes 9 hours for any flesh to pass completely through your system, to digest to be completely digested. And that's in a healthy system. Most of us have unhealthy digestive systems. So, if it's taking 9 hours for one serving to pass through your system, and let's just go with 3, I won't complicate it, but remember, many of you are eating 6 to 9 servings of meat a day. But if you're eating 3 servings of meat a day, and it takes 9 hours to pass or digest in your system, then it's taking you 27 hours to digest the meat in your system. Well, it's only 24 hours in a day. You're not giving your system a chance to rest. So, I'm not going to go too much. I just wanted to touch on or give you an introduction to AkaSudawe. And remember, think, don't regurgitate. When your children come home and teach you what they've learned about the food chart and the food pyramid, you have to deprogram them. Because I know we're trying to move towards homeschooling and pulling our children out of these schools. But many of you and most of us have our children going to the white man's schools getting programmed. Not to mention the programming that they get from the television and on the internet. Alright? When they come home from the white man's miseducational system, then you have to deprogram them and reteach them. This is what the white man teaches, to eat 5 to 12 servings of grain a day. The white man teaches you to eat 3 to 4 servings of dairy today. The white man teaches you to eat 2 to 3 servings of meat, of which you're really eating 9 servings of meat a day. The white man is teaching you how to stay in a state of illness because his medical field is based on capitalism. And capitalism is anti-humanity. It's anti-black. It's designed to kill you slowly while it maintains its wealth. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm getting over my time. I'll touch on this a little further. This has been Daku AkaSudawe, Black Power and Black Supremacy.